exam, it'll just say factorise, and you'll have something that looks like this. And it might be 8x, it can be any letter, not necessarily just x, plus 4. And it'll say factorise, and it'll be worth 1 mark. You'll see a little thing that says 1 mark here, and you'll be like, what on earth does that mean? And all it means is basically put into brackets. Yeah, it does help if you've watched the video from before on expanding brackets. You are doing the opposite of that. So if you think you know, pause it and see if you can put that into brackets. Right, so basically your skill here, what you're trying to think about is what's the biggest number, like it has to be the biggest number, the highest common factor of 8 and 4. What's the biggest number that goes into both numbers? And that is 4. So that number goes on the outside of the bracket. And each of these terms, only the 8 has an x with it, the 4 doesn't have a letter. So that's why just 4 on its own side of the bracket. So now, how many 4s go into 8? Well, that is 2. And then you put x. And how many 4s go into 4 is 1. And that is it. That expression has now been factorised. And that's it. And then to check that, if you did 4 multiplied by 2x, you get 8x. 4 multiplied by 1, you get 4. Now that is a factorised expression. And that is it. Put it into brackets. Right, so using that example, have a go at this one. So let's say now you have 16y, because remember it can be any letter, not necessarily just x's, it can be a's, b's, m's, you see so many different ones, plus 24. So pause the video and put this into brackets, okay? It's basically what factorising means, put into brackets. And it's an easy 1 mark in an exam. You know, it can be higher marks, you know, if it's really complicated ones, which we will get to. So just try this, pause it, have a go. Right, so what's the biggest number that goes into 16 and 24? Hopefully seen it is 8. Right. So now how many 8 go into 16? That is 2. And there's a y. Alright, so how many 8 go into 24? That is 3. So my answer is 8 bracket 2y plus 3. And to check that, 8 multiplied by 2y is 16y. 8 multiplied by 3 is 24. There you go. There's those. So let's do another one. And then we'll slowly step it up, okay? So question C. I want you to factorise this one. So let's say if we've got 10, we'll go m just to mix it up. And then 15. So factorise this. These are called as well linear expressions, okay? That's because they don't have a little square on them. Right, so pause the video, have a go at that. Right, so you're thinking now, what's the biggest number that goes into 10 and 15? That is 5. So how many 5s go into 10? It is 2. So it's when I pitch them, and then there's a left over, and m. So how many 5s into 15 is plus 3. And that's it. Right, let's do a few more. So, question D. Let's step it up that little bit more. So 30a squared plus, let's go for 20a. Bit different this one compared to others because there's 2 letters in each term. So pause the video, have a go at that one. Remember, you're putting it into brackets. Okay, so you should have paused it. How'd it go? Right, so same as before. What's the highest common factor, the biggest number that goes into 30 and 20? And that is 10. The difference in this one, what letter do they both share? Well, they both have an A, and they both have at least one A. Okay, so that's why an A goes on the outside. Basically, whatever both terms share, that goes on the outside of the bracket. And now, you just got to think, 10a times something gets me 30a squared. So how many 10s are in 30? That's 3. And a times a is a squared. I do have another video on a times a and a squared times a. So go back and watch those videos, okay? I'm not going to go too much detail on this video. Now, how many 10s are in 20? That is 2, okay? And that is it. 10a times 3a is 30a squared. 10a times 2 is 20a. Right then, I'll just box this off. Now let's go on to question E. let's throw some negatives out there. Let's imagine we got 40y minus 8. Okay, I want to put that into brackets. So pause the video, have a go at that one. Right, so now you got to think, the biggest number that goes to 40 and 8 is 8. This time they do not share a letter. How many 8s going to 40? That is 5. And a y. How many 8s going to 8? Be careful, a lot of students don't realise 8 into 8 is 1. So it's minus, it's a minus there, 1. Now this is all factorising, okay? This is its basic form and basic questions. 1 mark, maybe 2 marks, possibly 2 mark question, this one. Right, let's step it up that bit more, okay? What about if you've got something like this? If you've got 50 a squared b plus 15 a, okay? Right, a lot different this one. This is the next one. This one would be 2 marks, this one in an exam. Yeah, there's a lot going on. So pause the video, have a go at that one. Right then, so the biggest number that goes to 50, let's make that really clear there. 50 and 50 is 5, so that goes on the outside. Right, they both share at least one A, so then there's one A going here. Yes, we have a B here, but that's just in that term here, not in that one. So that's it for the outside. And now, how many 5s going to 50? If you think you know now, pause the video if you think you can do the last bit yourself. So how many 5s to 50 is 10, and then what do times a by to get a squared is a, and then there's a b as well. Then 5 times 3 gets me 15a. Okay, so a lot's going on here. I've gone through quite a few questions. So this has been Maths with Jacko. This is factorising, the inverse opposite of expanding. Okay, I hope you've liked this. I hope you've learned from it as well. Subscribe. Let me know, comment what you think, like a video if you like what you see. Other than that, take care, and I'll see you next time.